back to the Tuesday Tea. I'm Carly.
I'm Maddie.
What the heck is up?
What is up? Today we're going to be talking about the craziest lie your ex has ever told you.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a doozy.
Yeah.
As always.
Audacious.
Audacity.
Just give me another form of the word, would you?
Yeah.
Good one.
Riveting.
I'm a forever changed person after 2 shows we've now watched together.
Yeah.
And that's all that's consuming my brain right now.
Yeah, we did have a big TV weekend.
We did. Yeah, we have had rounds of tornadoes.
Yeah, so many tornadoes.
So many rounds and floods and storms. And today the sun is out. I think these storms are trying to take us down. They're trying to take our year.
Yeah, they are. It's so rude. And me and Carly were together this weekend when one of them hit. And there was a moment where we were both like, I thought our time was up.
It's gone.
Because the sirens go off, and then we looked out the window, and there's this dark cloud. Black.
At 5 p.m.
Yeah, coming in straight for us. Mm-hmm. And we're like, oh, no, it's our time.
It's over.
Yeah, there's this overwhelming sense of fear for like half a second that like comes over me anytime a tornado warning happens.
Well, I walked in. I was on the freeway up until literally 2 minutes before the storm hits. Uh-huh. And I walk in and Maddie has this stream on and this weather stream that we have in Nashville. And it goes, if you're downtown Nashville, it's too late. It's too late. And I'm like, what do you mean it's too late?
The drama.
I know. But for some reason, I've realized that like when I now experience a storm like this, which I've never had storm anxiety before, I think it's going to be me. Of course it's going to be me.
Yeah.
Because it's just my luck. But we spent the whole weekend together and it was so much fun. We had a girly sleepover and we vegged.
Yeah, we did.
And it was so nice. I didn't work. We didn't even work. We didn't work on anything about the podcast.
No, we didn't. We just had a girly weekend.
Friday,
we decided to hit the town, which we hadn't done.
We did.
In a long time. We went to a bar called LA Jackson, which is not like a trashy bar by any means, but it's also not a touristy bar, really. It's kind of like half locals, half tourists. It's on the rooftop of this hotel, and it's like a cute indoor-outdoor place. It could either be really fun or really not fun, and unfortunately, Friday, it was not the vibe. It turned into like a club situation, and it was filled with the youth.
I didn't tell you this, and I meant to tell you, so this is the perfect time. Backstory. I went last weekend with my family, and I haven't been in months, because I really like this bar. Uh-huh. And it was so fun. And I was like, Maddie, we need to go because this was a bop.
Yeah.
It was just so many people our age and like clearly not tourists. And it was just, the vibes were high. So we get there and vibes are okay. But then the DJ gets really freaking loud where we can't even talk when me and Maddie went. It was really crazy. Good
so you know we're getting old.
Yeah,
the DJ was too loud.
Yeah, we're like screaming over each other. I can't hear you. Anyways, we meet these girls because we just want to have our, puppies barking. We need to give them a rest.
I'm sorry.
Have you not heard that saying?
Your dogs are barking?
Your
feet? But what does that have to do with you talking to girls?
Well, because we sat down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's getting good. Don't worry. Everyone's strapping. So we're talking to these girls and just trying to like distract ourselves from the loud noise. Mm-hmm. And we were trying to gauge how old these girls were because I liked them. They were just like good vibes, or it seems like good vibes. And so she was like, yeah, this reminds me of like spring break a few years ago. And I was like, a few years ago? Spring break was a decade ago for me.
Yeah.
And I look over and the girl is on Snapchat.
No.
And I was like, there it is.
There it is.
The Snapchat.
And listen, no hate if you guys have a Snapchat, but
what's the point after 27?
Yeah. Like, really, what? I don't even know the login to my Snapchat. I haven't been on Snapchat in years.
I think I used Snapchat in my early 20s for memories and to send things to my family because it's just such an easy way to do it versus taking up storage in your camera roll. Mm-hmm. But after you hit a certain age in your 20s, and you'll know when it hits, you'll feel it. You'll wake up one day and you'll be like, I shouldn't be using this app. It was always my favorite thing to go back and watch memories, though, because there's so many good memories from college and whatever. Now, if you're 30 and you have a Snapchat, it has to only be for weens.
Yeah.
That's it.
For weens?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just said yeah. Like,
she's so agreeable.
I'm like, yeah, the weens.
Obviously. Then she's like, wait, what did I just say?
Yeah.
No, it has to be, right? Like, what else would it be for? You're not Snapchatting other 30-year-olds.
I think it's a way to, like, flirt with people.
Ew.
Like, if you're young, if you're in your young, well, okay, we're all young, let's be clear. But if you're in your early 20s and you're trying to date or something, Snapchat is like a way to talk and flirt.
Okay.
We sound so old right now.
If you have a Snapchat when you're 30, what are you doing with it?
Yeah, I agree.
I understand you can't relate right now because you're not there yet. But in a month, you'll be like, oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
Ew, you're still in your 20s.
I know. Are you jealous? The worst is when you see someone cute on like TikTok or something or Instagram and then you look at their page and it has their Snapchat. I'm like, you're immediately ugly to me.
It's
you
like
are
22 emoji, Snapchat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gross.
It is gross. But, yeah. Anyways, the girls were young. The boys were young. Everyone was young at this bar. But we did have one run-in. Should we tell them about
what was the
our
run-in?
story?
Oh, my gosh. This is one to write home about. Yes, tell the story.
Okay, you guys. A little bit ago, we went to this Mexican spot called Dos Santos. If you're in Nashville, it's our favorite place.
If you haven't been yet.
The tacos are so good. The skinny margs are so good. And one week we were there and there was this really cute guy there who was with a group of friends. And we had our waitress like give him a note when we left with our number on it. And he ended up texting us like a couple weeks later and we found him on Instagram. And we all were it was just a joke. Like, no one was really serious about it. Yeah. He was cute, but not, like, we realized very quickly that he was not our type. But it was just for fun and games. But we all followed him on Instagram, and he followed all of us.
And we did it as, like, a joke, too. Like, all three of us girls followed him at the exact same time, so he didn't know who he was talking to.
Yeah.
It was just like we were being stupid girls and just being giggly.
Yeah, it was just funny. And so we are at this bar and we noticed this guy because he was a cute guy, but he was really short. And we like just glanced at him. We thought he was someone else at first.
Yeah, we thought he was another guy we knew.
Yeah. And then later in the night, he came up to us and he's like, do you guys like Dos Santos? And we're like, what?
And then we were like, of course we do. Do we really give that aura though? Do we look like we're hungry?
And then what did he say?
And he goes, I'm the guy. Something
or he's like, is it really not ringing a bell? And
we're like, that?
Yeah, and we're like, what? And then, he's like, I'm the guy from Dos Santos. And we're like, huh? And it took us so long. And they were like, oh my gosh, it's you.
It's you. And we like said his Instagram handle to him.
Yeah. It was just so funny. We got caught red-handed.
And we were like, how did you recognize us? Because all we did was follow each other on Instagram. And like, I'm going to be honest. If I follow someone on Instagram, there's no way I'm catching them out in public and knowing that's them unless they're like so distinct looking.
We're just so stunningly beautiful that he had no choice.
We must be. We must be. That's the only option. But it was so funny because we literally looked at this man multiple times and we're like, oh, that's not
Yeah, we had no idea. I never would have guessed.
Never.
Yeah.
Ever. I'm going to be honest. He doesn't really look like what he looks like on Instagram.
I would agree.
Yeah. And he doesn't look like what we thought he looked like in Dos Santos.
Yeah.
Because we were sitting when we saw him walk by, and he was in a trench coat and a hat, and it was, like, really dark.
Mm-hmm. I do think I need to get my eyes checked, though, because, like, from looking at people far away, I literally cannot tell if they're cute or not. I kid you not. I've had times where I'm like, oh, my gosh, that guy looks really cute. He gets close to me, a 60-year-old man.
Yikes.
Like, I'm not kidding. That's happened multiple times. Or, like, they're a child. And I'm like,
ooh, brutal.
Well, not a child, but, like, a young.
Recover.
I'm not a pedophile, I swear. But they're just, like, not the vibe.
Okay, but can we talk about the guy at church that you saw from afar?
He's so hot.
We were chatting and mingling, and we saw this guy from afar, maybe 20 feet, so really not that far away.
No, he walked right past me. I knew he was cute. That was no mistake of my vision.
That one time, though, we were, like, planting ourselves strategically just in case he walked by us. And because we have mutual friends with this guy.
As you do.
As you do. And we were like, I don't know, he looks kind of small. And I hadn't walked by him before. Uh-huh. So I didn't know how big he was. And I'm,
Wait,
I'm
which
large.
guy are you talking about? Oh, I thought you were talking about
Oh, no. That was fun.
Okay.
That guy, brutal experience for him. And we look across, again, 20 feet away. And this man is talking to an older man, which is so attractive because Maddie's like, ooh, he has a mentor. Love. And such a green flag. And I'm like, he looks kind of small. And Maddie's like, I think he's small. I think he's short. And we're like, woof. And then we move along. And then last week I go to church. And I'm walking right next to him, talking to him. I met him for the first time.
And I was not there.
And she wasn't
so
there.
Sad.
And the man is bigger than me, wider and taller. And I was like, Maddie,
Zaddy.
he is not small. And so our eyes deceived us there too.
Yeah, it's, Yeah. It is what it is.
Peripherals.
Mm-hmm.
Depth perception, not peripherals.
Peripherals.
No.
Perpendiculars. We read.
Speaking of, I'm like a little bit more halfway done with Silo's book. It's so boring.
What?
It might be one of those where the TV show's better.
Okay.
Because it's just like...
Okay, if you don't like it, just watch the show.
I think I might, now that I have like a good grasp on it.
Yeah, the show's so good.
Yeah. And you know what? If you don't like a book, you don't have to finish it, okay?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm never one to say that, but...
Did you ever start your rom-com? I know you were thirsting for one.
I still am thirsting. I'm itching looking at Emily Henry on my coffee table. I'm really close. Okay. But hey, Australia's coming up, so yeah, I'll be able to take some to the beach.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, well.
So, the rest of our weekend, should we run through it?
You guys, our life has changed. We watched TV together.
We did. We watched our first show together.
We binged the whole show together.
It was so cozy because Saturday we were both so tired and the storms were happening. And so we just perched on my extra fluffy couch while I still have it. Mm-hmm. And we watched Adolescence on Netflix. It is so good. It's 4 episodes. Each episode's an hour. And it's about a kid, like a 12-year-old, I think, who's accused of murder. Mm-hmm. But each episode is shot in one take. It literally blew my mind, the entire show, like how they do it. So it's basically like each episode they're in one place, unless they go in the car. And even if they go in the car, they follow them in the car.
No,
how they do that,
are insane.
It blows my mind.
Yeah, so it'll never like cut from the school to interrogation.
Yeah.
If they have to move, they'll follow the car or they'll follow a person that's going to the police station.
Yeah. I need a documentary on how they made that show.
It was so cool.
Yeah, it was so impressive. And it was just like so raw and real. I don't want to give anything away because I don't want to like spoil the ending. But it was just very straightforward and like realistic, I guess.
It was reality. Mm-hmm. It's a like raw reality show, not a reality TV show. Not like what we're used to, which is high suspense, twists and turns.
Yeah, yeah.
It was diving into the emotions of different characters throughout a really traumatic experience. And like something that's like really niche, which is what he's being accused of, what this child is being accused of. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
It is one of those shows that you will continue to think about afterwards.
The acting is insane.
Yeah, the acting, oh my gosh. The dad and the kid, they need awards.
Okay, fun fact. The child actor, he's 13. It was his first acting gig.
Which I cannot believe.
He did so good. And episode 3, because like each episode kind of has a theme. Like episode 3, they really only stayed in one room. They shot episode 3 first, which probably, I wouldn't say was the gauge of whether or not they casted that character correctly, but like that scene probably set the tone for the rest of the filming.
Oh, absolutely.
But that was his first experience in front of a camera. Oh my gosh. I've never been more impressed with an actor in my life.
No, he's going to be an amazing
so talented.
Actor. Yeah.
So talented. And I was reading reviews about just the acting and the show as a whole. And I think the dad is a popular actor in England, I'm pretty sure, because I just kept seeing his name all over. Oh my God. I mean, everyone did good. Yeah. Marvelous job. The mom, I loved the mom. You guys have to watch it. It's just the most, I mean, I was shedding tears right in this spot in the last episode. It's just, it sticks with you.
Very heart-wrenching.
It's just a really interesting, like, complex situation that some are saying leads to, like, what toxic masculinity implies in today's society. And obviously it's an extreme situation.
Yeah, and also like the power of social media for young people and how like cyberbullying is a thing and just like being exposed to such graphic stuff on the internet at such a young age and like what that does to your mind.
Just the pressure of parenting though too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. It and just like shows you can only do so much.
Yeah, like you never really have a full grasp of like what your kid is doing.
Yeah. And they seemed like very involved parents and oh my gosh.
Yeah, you guys got to watch it. It's so freaking good.
Can you tell we need to talk about it? We need to talk about the show with people. Grasping for straws. Like someone unpack this with us.
Yeah, I know. The filming of it all just really sold it for me. Like you think about it, it's an hour-long episode. None of the actors can make mistakes.
Yeah.
For a whole hour. And they'll like switch scenes. Like for example, at the police station, they'll go from like the interrogation room to the lobby to the entryway or whatever in the hallway. There's like constantly people moving in the back. It's like everyone in this whole building is acting for an hour.
You want to know what I was thinking about that though? Is like, okay, let's say the detective goes out of the scene and they then follow a different person in the car.
Yeah.
Does that detective then quickly go study lines, drink water, go to the bathroom, and then when they come back in the scene 20 minutes later, they're, you know what I mean? Like they probably are being productive, which is like the behind the scenes is so fascinating to me.
I know, that's why I want to see like a documentary on that.
I'm sure they have YouTube videos of BTS, but we were also talking about like, I'm sure given it's all taken in one shot and some characters are really prevalent throughout a lot of the episodes, that I'm sure a majority of the dialogue is not perfectly scripted. Like, obviously, there has to be
some sort of improv.
Some flow, But, like, they have to be just, like, completely adopting the characters, which is, at the end of the day, good acting. Because they never cut.
What's that called? Is that method acting?
I don't know.
Where you, like, turn into the character?
They don't have the ability to stop and then reset and say, what line was it again?
Yeah, they just got to keep going.
They just got to keep going. So I saw one slip up.
I saw two. Yeah, there was one obvious one.
Yeah.
And then there was another one where the guy just kind of stuttered for a second. But it's like, that's real. That's real life. And it made it seem more real. So I liked that they kept that in there.
Episode 3, the dialogue.
I know.
The manipulation.
We got to stop talking about it, though. We're going to give it away.
It's just
you guys just watch it and let us know what you think.
I'm itching to talk about it. I'm itching to talk about it. Like, how do you manipulate without a perfect script? Okay. Anyways.
But you don't know that they didn't have a script. That's just an assumption.
Well, no, they definitely had a script, but like,
we don't know how well they stuck to the script.
Yeah. Oh, anywho.
It was so good.
Second show we're itching to talk about. Go ahead, Maddie.
The White Lotus.
Wow.
The season finale. Did you guys watch? I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I just finished it. I'm a week late.
What do you think?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. For a second, a lot of people were thinking it was going to be the monkeys that had the gun.
The monkeys.
The monkeys, because they kept showing the monkeys.
I know.
And if you look online, there's so much imagery of, like, hints at monkeys. Like, there's the kids from the family.
The hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil thing with the monkeys.
Yes, which you're like, that has to be intentional.
Yeah, and that's also a Buddhist practice.
Oh, it is?
Which is why, Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, look at you.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. It just, like, everything was so well thought out. Mike White is, like, clearly just such a genius, and
he was on Survivor. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, in 2018.
Do you know if he produced, created, and wrote all the other seasons as well?
I think so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This was a good one, though. It did start off a little slow, but the tension built really well.
Yeah. I didn't think it was slow at all. People said that it was slow. This was my favorite season of the show. Yeah. I don't know if that like says something bad about me because it was also probably the most twisted season of the show. Yeah, well, they're all pretty twisted.
You're very twisted.
This was my favorite. Yeah, I was meaning to tell you. Yeah, no, this is my favorite season.
It was good. It was really good.
It.
Who's your favorite character?
Chelsea, which R.I.P. Sorry if you haven't seen it.
But, spoiler alert.
Yeah. I loved Chelsea and
sweetest crazy woman ever.
Did you see the thing about her necklace?
No.
That says stay gold on it?
No.
She had this like necklace on the whole season that said stay gold, and people were foreshadowing that she was going to die because in the Outsiders movie, the quote was like stay golden pony boy, and then he dies.
Oh.
So people saw that. And then there's also just so much foreshadowing with like her saying, we're going to be together till the end.
Yeah.
She said, if you kill me, I'll follow you from this life to the next. She got bit by the snake, almost died.
There was a quote from the last like last 15 minutes, 20 minutes where they were at breakfast too. And she said they were talking about being together forever. And she was like, really?
Yeah, which was so sad because they were. She said, I'll help you get your joy back even if it kills me.
Yeah.
But it's just like no one wanted to believe it because she was literally the light of the show. She was so sweet. She was so dedicated to him. And he was just
she was
a
desperate for his
schmuck.
love.
I hated him.
Yeah, but she saw Rick's potential.
I know, but
yeah,
look where it got her.
But also,
this is a sign we should not be dating for potential ladies.
He literally never showed any, like, good love towards her.
No.
Like, kind. But she was in it for the potential, and she just saw the best of them.
At the end, she's like, you think we'll be together forever? And he's like, yeah. And she's like crying. Oh, it's so
like,
nice.
Really?
I wanted her and Saxon to be together at the end, honestly. Yeah. Saxon had a good, semi-good character arc, you know?
That last scene where he was tearing up seeing them be reunited, you could tell there was like a shift and like, that's what I want.
Yeah, he started reading. He was trying to develop himself. He really realized, I think, that something was wrong when he had incest with his brother. You know, as he would. It would probably be a wake-up call.
I'm so glad they made a moment of reflection on how bad of experience that was. I was really hoping they were going to they would skate over that.
It was just, like, for the gravity of that scene and for how much of the show that took up, for them just to brush over it with, like, hey, don't worship me, dude. Like,
yeah, but you could see the deep trouble within both of them Saxon, I should say, the deep trouble within him.
Yeah, I was just personally really hoping for, like, a bit more of a blow up with that. Just because it was such a big thing. Like,
true.
When I think of the show, it's like, that's one of the things that stands out to me because it's just so jarring. Yeah. And it was foul. Like, I literally felt like throwing up when watching it. It was just crazy. So gross.
Yeah.
And also
why? Just why?
Yeah. It was unnecessary to
Not
the plot. It was just for shock factor.
Not needed.
Which they do that in all the shows. Like, also, why all the boobs? Why 100 people's boobs? Do we need to see all the boobs? No.
It's just today's TV.
I know.
Sadly. Yeah,
it's just HBO.
The boobs aren't needed.
Yeah. But just all of the, like, Ratliff family, that whole thing. I am so sad that they did not show their reaction.
I know. I mean, you saw Saxon's right when he looked at his phone and looked up. And you saw the mom just touch her glasses and then it was over. And then I was like, he's going to jump into the water.
Yeah, and then nothing happened.
I can't believe they didn't show any amount of drama and reaction from the family. Come on.
I do think, though, that is a sign that this was my favorite season because of all the seasons. I want to know about their life so much. Like, I want them to do a spinoff literally just on their family.
It's literally Schitt's Creek. Like, we already have the spoiler. But
they are Schitt's Creek. That's so funny.
think what's his name will go to prison for sure because of fraud.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that mom's character, Parker.
A queen.
Literally so good. I saw this interview from Vanity Fair of all of the actors and actresses doing an impression of her. It was so good. And you want to know who had the best one?
Who?
Lachlan.
Oh.
The best impression.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
The best. It was so funny. They were doing like tsunami and like Buddhism and like all that stuff. She is such a good actress.
Yes.
We need to have her on.
I love her.
I've never heard of her before. I don't know if she's a popular actress, but she did so good.
Yeah.
She did so good.
She was my favorite character besides Chelsea, I would say.
She was just so ridiculous, and that's, I think, is the humor of it, like comedic relief, but she was so aggressively awful.
Yeah.
Just awful.
And friggin' Piper, like her reaction when Piper didn't want to be Buddhist anymore was so funny. I was so dying laughing. She's like, oh, honey.
I know. We just need to enjoy our life. It's insulting if we don't enjoy our riches. I'm like, oh my gosh. That dad, though, my goodness. I was, honestly, this might be a hot take, I was very surprised Lachlan didn't die. Because from all of the honing in on the poison and the pina coladas, the smoothie machine, the blender, and all of that, like, for him to just throw up and pass out, I was like, surely someone has to die from this.
Yeah. I'm glad he didn't die, though.
Me too,
I was so sad. I wanted them to be all or nothing.
Yeah.
Like, if they all died, fine. They're out of their misery. Who cares? They had a good life.
Yeah.
But if only one of them died, it's no good.
You knew there was like foreshadowing because the dad was like, would you be able to survive without money?
Yeah,
and then he was like,
definitely.
yes. And it's like, okay, he's going to spare that one. He only let him have a
but
Coke.
what was that about? Like, okay, he can live without money theoretically. He's a child. He doesn't know. You're going to ruin his whole life. You're taking away his whole family.
Yeah.
And you're sending him back to realize that you murdered the whole family and you were also a liar
True.
and corrupt. Like,
True.
you think he's going to be okay?
True, but I think the dad was just desperate for someone to not rely their whole identity on money and wealth.
Yeah, I understand that.
For sure, you're right, though, about the trauma that's going to come from the dad killed the whole family. But, like, for them to foreshadow, he's going to be the one that's saved, only for him to drink them the poison, which I knew was coming.
Such a classic Greek tragedy.
And then for him to die and then not die, I'm like, I'm glad he didn't die. He was a great character.
Yeah.
Besides what he did. But did you know they lived in that hotel for 7 months?
Yeah, I did see that.
7 months. Mm-hmm. I was reading about it, and there's a lot of like verbiage from the actors in their interviews. It was kind of like a pressure cooker, a lot of emotion and a lot of drama. And of course, there wasn't murder, but like they said, just as much drama that happened on the show happened with the cast.
Oh my gosh.
And like, the saving grace that was always helpful was when family would come and visit. But I didn't realize it was 7 months. That's such a long time to be in Thailand. My goodness.
Yeah, that is a really long time. And that's crazy that it took them that long to film 8 episodes.
I know. And each of them are an hour. 7 months. Oh my gosh, I did so much deep diving on just like Chelsea's leg to get the snake bite.
Oh.
So they took a picture of her leg. This will tie back into 7 months, but they took a picture of her leg. They 3D printed it for the snake bite. But then when you actually watch it, the leg is so much more pale than who she actually is because she got so tan in Thailand.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
And she was talking about how it was so hard to not get freckles, not get tan, and not have your hair change colors because they were in the sun so often.
Oh, that stinks. You can't get a tan?
Well, she did end up, obviously, because you have to, because they were filming in the sun. And you're there for 7 months.
Yeah.
But she just said, like, they really tried so that didn't happen because it would literally change her appearance. And it was only supposed to be shot over a week. Like, the show's only a week vacation.
Yeah.
So it was just really interesting reading that. And oh my goodness, the dinner scenes took at least 2 weeks. I saw a video, an interview where they were like, we're at week 2 of dinner scenes because they would film them at night. Oh. They would film from 6:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. 6:30 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
And they would just do run after run after run of filming.
Of different dinner scenes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw an interview of Jacqueline just saying like, you know, this is a year ago, but I'm going to post this once the season finale is out, and we're now on week 2 of dinner scenes, and we're filming from 6:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. and it's brutal, and we're sweaty, and we're tired.
Jeez.
I know. I'm like, man,
gnarly.
this is wild. I'd be so curious how much that production company paid that hotel, because it's a Hilton hotel in Thailand.
Yeah.
For 7 months of stays and just booking out the whole place.
Oh, it had to have cost billions of dollars to make that show.
So much money.
Yeah.
And all the cast, all the workers. That's wild.
What I don't understand is like, okay, say it costs them $1 billion to make it, like with everything, paying the crew, renting the place, all that stuff. And then it airs on HBO. Mm-hmm. How do they make money? Like, how are they getting paid for that through HBO?
It's got to be a deal with HBO of the number of streams or something. Like, there's got to be a royalty situation.
But how do they get money from streams? Like, it wasn't like there's only ads.
Like, who's paying them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a really good question. I assume HBO pays a certain amount to have White Lotus streamed on their platform. But then who's paying White Lotus?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't understand that.
I don't either. But they, I'm sure, are making a killing from someone's pocket.
Oh, yeah. They have to be.
Yeah, whose pocket, though? I don't know.
I don't know. It was so good, though. What did you think about Mook and Gay Talk?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It wasn't until, like, the second to last episode where I realized the experience going on between the two. Because I was...
What? Well, that's because you weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
That was very clear.
I was working while I was watching White Lotus every week.
A crime, a federal offense.
So when the subtitles were on and Mook and Gay Talk were talking, I would hear them talking, but I obviously wouldn't know what they're saying, and I wouldn't be reading the words. So I was like, oh my gosh, they're just so cute together. And Maddie was like, no, all she wants him is for his money. I was like, no, really? And she's like, yes. You didn't watch the fighting scene when they were at the fight? I was like,
oh.
No.
Yeah, I forgot that you said that.
Yeah, but seeing in the last episode, I was like, oh, she literally only wanted him for his money.
Yeah, and I'm so sad. He sacrificed his morals to be
That was
like the guy
sweet.
that she wants him to be the tough guy. He was so sweet and pure.
And he did it for that woman.
I know.
I don't think he would have shot if she didn't tell him to shoot.
No, he just did it because of the pressure of other people, and now his whole life he's going to be that kind of person.
Yeah. I read an interview where he did not want to shoot him, and he said it would have been easier for him to shoot him with his back turned to him. And, like, he had to work with the writer because he said he'd never held a gun before. He didn't have any military training or anything like that. And so they made it work where he would be able to shoot Rick from the back.
Oh.
And, yeah. Such an interesting...
Which also just makes it work for his character because it's like you're shooting... Yes, you're shooting the shooter, so you're technically doing something good, but... You're also shooting a man carrying someone who's dying from the back while he's unarmed, you know, and not a threat to you at that moment.
Yeah, and I don't think Rick meant more harm besides from the guy. Like, he wasn't going to go shoot up the whole place.
Yeah.
But, not that means he shouldn't be held accountable, but... What a show.
I know, what a show.
It's just another world to transport into.
It's a show that has taken the world by storm. I feel
really
like everyone
has.
watched it.
It really has. I'd be curious what the future of Gary and Belinda...
Oh, they're for sure going to be in the next season. They have to continue that storyline.
Yeah. Did she start from season 1? The spa manager?
Yeah.
That was Hawaii?
Mm-hmm.
And then what was last season's?
Italy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leo Woodall was in it. Ugh, yum. He was not a good character, but he's so hot. He's from...
Who? Leo what?
Leo Woodall.
Oh, you think he's cute?
Oh my god. Well, it's because you haven't watched that show.
Oh.
One day.
One day.
But he was not a good character in
he was the bad
White Lotus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so we are TV'd out.
I know. We've really binged it.
We did. It was a good weekend, though.
It was.
I'd be curious how season 3 felt to everyone else if you watched White Lotus.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, it was a good weekend, except for the tornadoes.
Yeah.
Speaking of tornadoes, I have a Have You Heard? Are you ready?
Oh, boy.
It's also kind of related to shows, too.
Okay.
Have you heard about the butterfly people?
No. I'm scared.
You should be.
Are they tiny people?
Butterfly people?
I don't know. Is it a cult?
There's a new documentary on Netflix called Watch the Twister Caught in the Storm. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, so it follows the Joplin tornado, which is a tornado that happened in May 2011. It was a huge tornado, one of the most deadly tornadoes in history.
Okay.
Guess how fast the winds?
60.
200 miles per hour.
Yikes.
Killed 161 people.
Wow.
Completely destroyed the town.
Yeah, that's
So there's
bad.
this documentary about it on Netflix right now.
Not the time to watch it for me.
Yeah, literally.
On alert.
I know. But it was reported that there are multiple kids who were in the tornado, like not just like in a safe space, but in like near death situations in the tornado that reported seeing butterfly people come down and protect them.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm going to need a little bit more explanation here.
I'm just going to read this verbatim. Okay,
Okay.
The Daily Herald said that most of these stories had common elements. The tornado hit their home. Often parents were praying. The roof was ripped off. Children saw a butterfly person descending down from the sky and covering them with wings. Those particular children usually emerged from the wreckage in good condition. Another version states that children saw butterfly people carrying other kids and adults up into the heavens, the ones who didn't make it out alive.
Oh my
presumably their
gosh.
souls. I know, and the kids
Chills.
described the beings as being colorful with wings shielding them from debris by wrapping them up, or they would use their bodies to cover them.
Do we call those angels these days?
Well,
Why are they called butterfly people?
yeah, well, the kids were just calling them butterfly people, and the kids drew pictures of them after the experience, like multiple kids from different families, different places.
Not
drew
like one friend
pictures.
group.
No, it's like
Separate.
varied. And they drew pictures of these butterfly people. Do you want to see?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. And the last time the butterfly people have been talked about is 2011?
Well, that's just when it happened. Okay, so there's one.
Okay, that's an angel.
I know. And then there's another one.
Oh my. Okay. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, people are obviously chalking it up to be angels. Some people are saying that it's like trauma related from, it's just like a trauma response.
Oh,
People are saying
wow.
aliens.
No, they're not aliens.
I mean, I think it's
That's
angels
like
for
straight
sure.
up protection. If you're seeing someone go up to heaven and they did pass away, and then someone coming down to protect you and you survive.
Yeah.
Like,
and they
literally see it.
Yeah.
And they're coming down from the sky. Is that in scripture that, like, angels protect?
Yeah.
There's, like, any
I think,
physical representation of protection in them coming down from the sky? Like,
I don't know. That's a good question.
Protection-wise, like, of course, that's biblical, but just, like, them physically coming down?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I know, and there are a few adults that reported seeing it as well.
Really?
Like, it wasn't just kids. It was a majority kids, but it wasn't all kids.
I would be curious how that sticks with them as they move forward into their life. And, like,
oh, yeah.
They'll never forget that. And just, like, the amount of people they will tell about that.
I feel like it had to have changed their life.
Wow.
Hopefully.
That is so traumatic, though, also.
I know.
Holy smokes.
But the documentary on Netflix didn't talk about it, which is crazy because that was, like, a huge thing. Like, you Google it, it's all over.
Netflix, man.
I know. Like, what a miss.
What a miss.
I would like a documentary just about the butterfly people.
Yes, please.
Isn't that crazy?
Call us. We'll produce it. We'll try. We'll
try.
The Chosen is streamed on Amazon Prime, which makes me really happy.
Yeah.
And there are some documentaries and shows on Netflix, which I'm like, good. Thank you. But it stinks that they didn't cover that.
I know.
Or they, like, veer away from it, maybe.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
I know.
There's way more words that describe it better than cool, but that's just, like, very touching and special.
So maybe if we're caught in a tornado where it gets serious, we just pray for the butterfly people.
Butterfly people, come down. Protect us, please.
Yeah.
I'll never forget seeing one of the live streams saying, please, Jesus, suck me up into the tornado. I was like, oh my gosh,
what?
Can't relate.
Jeez.
Can't relate.
That's sad.
Because the live stream comments are, like, endless. Like, it is just, like, nonstop.
So true. They're so funny,
makes you feel like, oh my God, there's so many people with me right now.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget seeing Please Suck Me Up. I was like, oh my gosh. I just wanted to go. So sad.
Yeah. Oh, that is really sad. Okay, are you ready to get into these submissions?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any? What's the craziest lie your ex told you?
I honestly don't think.
You've never been traumatized by a man?
This just came to me. This is crazy.
Oh.
Wow.
Breaking
I don't think
news.
you know this. Breaking news. Carly has drama from high school. This other guy I talked to for way too long. Just an absolute buffoon. Like,
oh, dear. Classic.
And a clown. An absolute dingus. Wasted so much time on this idiot. But we texted all the time, met at the gym. We were, like, together, but we weren't. We never went on dates, but we were around each other a lot. And, like, just weird. But then he asked me if it would be okay if he asked another girl to a dance. And I was so sad about that.
Oh my gosh.
And he asked her in the gym, which is so rude because I worked there.
Ugh.
And that's how we had met. Anyways, so they go to this dance together and they end up dating. We didn't do anything ever. But, like, we were talking all the time, babe.
Sure.
Just, like, not appropriate. And he had always said, like, I'm going to break up with her so we can, like, finally be together again.
Oh,
and
my Lanta.
so it went from, like, me to her to
you were the other woman.
I was, but, like, I was with him first. It was just a lot of drama. It was really bad. But I didn't go to the same school as them. And they went to the same school. And he got her pregnant.
Oh, my gosh. This escalated. What?
I know. She found out about me. She reached out to me. A lot of death threats.
You're kidding.
So many
While she
death
was
threats.
pregnant?
Yes. And he reached out to me because I, like, cut him off at that point. And he was like, listen, I want to be with you. She had told him the only way she'll get rid of the kid is if he gets rid of me, which is, like, insane. And they were going into college. So they were going into their freshman year of college. And I was like, okay, so what are you asking me to do? Like, are you asking me to lie and say we're not together? Because at this time, I don't think they were together anymore. So I was like, sure, I'll go along with that. And he was like, great, I'm going to tell her we're not together anymore so she can get rid of the baby. At the time, it meant adoption.
Okay.
Then she finds out that that was a lie and just, like, texts me, calls me, really bad stuff. So she's going to burn my house down.
And you were still talking to him at this point?
I don't
Carly,
know.
Ma'am.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know if I was. Like, It's all a blur.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago.
It was so long ago. This was back in literally 2011. So almost 15 years ago. But I remember that ultimatum, which I was like, this is so toxic. But we didn't use the word toxic back then.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up going to the same college she went to.
You're kidding.
Yeah, but then come to find out she was lying about the pregnancy the whole time.
Oh, my heavens.
So they plotted against me this whole thing.
Did he know that she wasn't pregnant?
Yes. They came up with this scheme.
You're kidding.
Which I'm like, what was the point of that? Because you were trying to be with me. So what was the point of saying, I'll tell her we're not together so she can get rid of the baby and put it up for adoption.
Yeah.
But she'll threaten to keep it if I stay with you, and I don't want her to keep it, and she doesn't want to keep it.
So how did you find out that she knew about that plan? Because maybe she didn't know at all.
One of her sorority sisters I knew.
She told you?
Yeah.
So they were just
But I guess she had a lump, and the lump was fake. This is what the sorority sister told me, that it was all a lie. But then he told me, too, later it was a lie. When he tried to enter my life again, he DM'd me this whole thing that it was all a lie. It was just weird.
Was he confessing to, was he saying that the pregnancy was a lie or the whole situation was a lie?
Both. Like the whole situation in its entirety. The pregnancy to the ultimatum. They were just trying to figure their stuff out and if they should be together or not.
It sounds like maybe he thought the pregnancy was real at first.
Probably.
It sounds like maybe the pregnancy was a lie and he didn't know that at first. He thought it was real, so he made up the lie to you about the ultimatum.
Yeah, maybe.
But maybe the girl didn't know that he was doing that because it wouldn't make sense if she knew that he was giving you that ultimatum.
True.
So then he probably found out that the pregnancy was a lie.
True. Yeah, probably. And at that point, I already cut him off. So, like, by the time he returned to get me back, I was like, absolutely not. I'm just getting into college. And then he transferred.
You're kidding.
Yeah, he transferred and moved in, like, 2 blocks from me, but went to a local school in Minnesota, not University of Minnesota. He was so conniving and manipulative. Ugh. Have I never told you that story?
No.
Yeah. That was bonkers.
Did the girl ever say anything to you at college?
Honestly, no. I mean, it was a humongous school, so I didn't remember
you
seeing
never
her
even
running
ran into her. Okay.
No. But one or both of them are incredibly toxic. And he had the audacity to slide into my DMs in 2018. So this would have been like 6 years later. And say he's been dreaming about me.
Oh, dear.
And that must mean from God that we're meant to be together.
Don't use the Lord that way.
Don't you dare. It was insane. Like, what a waste.
That is wild.
I wish I could, like, be me and go back and experience that because it'd probably be, like, day 3. I'd be, like, to the curb.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have wasted 2 years of my life or however many years I wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Ugh. Okay, anyway, so that was that.
That is quite the doozy. I was not expecting that from you.
Yeah. Ew. What about you? Have you ever had an ex lie to you?
Yeah. But nothing like that. I think I've just had the classic, like, I didn't mean to save that picture. I didn't know.
Sure.
Or I didn't mean to download that dating app.
Oh, right. You fell.
I don't remember. I don't remember doing it. That
Your
was always a
must have
thing.
done it.
What happened? I don't remember. Oh.
Okay.
You have Alzheimer's now?
Early
what do you
onset.
mean? Yeah. Just those, like, dumb lies.
Did that ever happen with your ex that you called off an engagement?
I plead the fifth.
Do you?
No, he was actually a really great boyfriend, I would say. The only thing... Oh, my gosh. One time, though.
Something came to her, folks. Something came to her.
You want to know? This was, like, right when we started dating. I should have seen it as what it was then, but... He played the guitar and sang, which, like, cringe. I hate that. Unless you're literally, like, Chris Stapleton, don't
pull out a
serenade me, please. But he had a song that he wrote and played it on the guitar probably, like, maybe a month into dating. And he said he wrote it for me. And it was, like, this song that was so sweet about, I don't know, just, like, falling in love with a girl. But in the song, he said something about, like, a sundress. And I was like, I've never worn a sundress around him because, like, it was at the beginning.
It's winter.
Yeah, I'd never worn a sundress. And I was like, because he had the lyrics written on his notes. And so I was like, can I see the note? Because I wanted to see when it was written. Because you know how you could see, like, last edited or whatever? Yeah. And he did not want me to see those notes. And I fought for it and I saw the notes. And it was written for his ex-girlfriend.
Ew, that is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, and he tried to play it off like he wrote it for me.
Good for you for asking because you're like, something doesn't feel right about that.
It didn't feel right. Yeah, I was like, we haven't been dating that long.
He literally was thinking, I'm going to get this girl from this. And little does he know it's literally going to backfire.
I know. I wish that would have, like, turned me off enough to leave. That would have saved me from a lot of drama.
Yeah.
But
we wouldn't be together.
Oh, that's so true.
Had you not been serenaded by an ex-girlfriend's song?
Mm-hmm.
Ew, what a little player.
I know. Unfortunately, I do think every boyfriend has lied to me in some aspect. Which, I mean, we're all human.
Yeah, but moving forward, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
we're too old for that.
Honesty is key.
That's right. He can watch out for me if he does.
Yeah. Are you ready to get into these?
Yes.
A lot of mine I got from this TikTok that I saw. This is where I got the idea. Her name's Skydive Skinny J on TikTok.
Nice.
She just posted, like, tell me the craziest thing that your ex has lied about.
Yeah.
And then all the comments were just wild. So I just wrote down so many of them because I was cackling. So I just wanted to give her credit.
Best comedians ever is TikTok comments.
Literally.
People
I'm like,
hilarious on
Reddit
TikTok.
has nothing on TikTok comments.
No. Oh my gosh, nothing. I probably haven't laughed harder than when I read TikTok comments on things. People are so smart.
Yeah.
And so funny.
Hilarious.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay.
Let him rip.
My first one. He told me his chemotherapy gave him chlamydia.
Oh my gosh.
Please.
Oh my.
Not cheating while you have cancer.
Strong. Blame chemo. Good night.
Sir, you have cancer.
Yeah, don't.
You have other things to be worrying about than cheating on your girlfriend.
Truly.
And getting an STD, mind you. He's really down bad.
That's down bad, for sure. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Good start. Wow. All right, I have a short one. That the pink thong in his center console was his 7-year-old daughter's.
Oh, my heavens. Not blaming your kid.
A 7-year-old? Good night. Good night. Don't do that to her. Don't do your daughter like that. If you're throwing your daughter under the bus, I don't want you.
That's a low moment.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one. My ex said that the scratches on his back were from a demon and they've been happening since he was a kid.
Why? Do you think we're that dumb? Do you think we're that dumb?
And you bring the paranormal into it. You be careful. A demon's really going to come get you now.
Yeah, truly. Truly. Don't use their name in vain. Oh my gosh. This is like rapid fire. This is good.
I know.
Lied about being a doctor the entire year we were together. He woke up and put on scrubs every single day.
You're kidding.
That's all I got. I don't have any more context. That's all I got. Brutal. I mean, what a bit to commit to. Scrubs.
What a psycho.
Yeah. What was the point?
I don't understand the ones where people lie about like having jobs or careers.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that's one lie that turns into a million lies. Like you have to lie every day when you come home.
Going.
Yeah, about your work, about your day, about your coworkers, what happened, the drama.
What do you do for like Christmas parties, for coworkers? What's the point? I had many people lie about being a doctor.
Really?
Yeah. Really weird. So random. So
I
don't
need
go
to
on
know
dates
what,
with medical professionals.
Like, I need to know what their regular career is.
They must be a prostitute. It has to be. Must be.
Or they're like a drug dealer or something.
Yeah, one of the
something
two.
under the rug.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, rapid fire.
Okay, sorry.
These are so
I'm just
good.
distraught. Okay. This one's so funny. My ex dropped his phone in the river, and when he grabbed it, a fish had texted a girl explicit content, and it was there when he grabbed it. It was the fish's fault. The fish did it, honey.
They'll cling to anything. They will cling to anything. I swear to God.
Honestly, points for creativity.
Yeah.
Like, that
and
is...
determination. Yeah.
That is commitment to the bit. He's like...
I swear it was the best.
What can I say to not... Like, I will go to the lowest of lows. I will bring the fish into it so I don't have to take accountability.
The octopus has tentacles. Hear me out. And it can touch. It can point.
The octopus.
Yeah.
Like, imagine I really hope he took a step back and looked at himself and thought, I really can't own my own actions to the point of blaming the fish in the stream.
The creatures of the sea.
Don't bring Nemo into this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait, that was similar to my next one. Can I read the next one?
Oh, yeah, come on.
Okay. He told me he dropped his phone, and while he was stumbling to catch it was slipping between his hands, and he accidentally left a comment on a girl's video.
You're kidding me. Oh, my gosh.
Because you know how, like, you can save photos, into folders and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
This was right when that feature came out.
Yeah.
And I looked at his saved photos.
Yeah.
And there was like a girl, like a naked girl, basically.
Yeah.
And he's like, I accidentally did it. I must have just been scrolling and hit the save button. And I'm like, you know, I think I believed him, actually. I think I did. Because you can accidentally save things. But I'm like,
why are you looking
what are the
at
chances that this photo you accidentally saved?
Why do you have naked women on your phone to accidentally save a photo?
True. He's like, I was scrolling back so fast. I just clicked
scrolling back so fast on
I
porn.com.
just didn't want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, gosh darn it.
I know.
All right, let's see. Okay. My next one. That the cat had installed Tinder on his phone.
The cat. The animals, please. Please.
Tinder.
Wait, one of them? Let me read one of them.
On.
That made me think of that. My ex said that his phone came with the dating apps already installed.
I'll take the dating edition phone, Apple.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
The upgrade with the premium Bumble.
Notice all these are men.
Oh
Idiots.
my gosh, you know what I realized the other weekend?
Tell me.
I was signing my friend up for Bumble while we were in Paso. It is $16 a week to find out who has liked you on Bumble.
That's crazy. You're literally defeating the purpose of what you're putting an app out for. Come on.
Criminal.
Yeah.
$16 a week?
Even a month I think would be a lot.
$16 a month I could justify.
But that's still a lot.
It is a lot.
Like, we pay for our video editing software.
But like
12 a month.
Hinge, you can see who liked you.
Yeah, as
for
you
free.
should.
You have to pay if you want to like send extra likes or
Sure.
whatever. But it's like Bumble, you just have to scroll blind and just like whoever, you just hope that they liked you back.
That's crazy.
So
16 a week is
stupid.
insane.
I know.
That's bonkers. Make it better. Come on. Like, you don't have to monetize off desperation.
Who would do that?
Who would do that? Okay. After telling her that I didn't like how flirty and touchy her coworker was with her, she said, "Don't worry, he's gay. Nothing will happen." Very much not gay, as it turned out.
Ugh, classic. The coworkers.
Gay.
I hate a coworker.
Gotta do them like that.
Should I tell the story of Pickleball Boy's coworker? Do you remember her?
I do. Some name like that.
Not her.
Yes, the coworker in New York.
Yeah, a different one. I still don't like her though. So, Pickleball Boy had this coworker. I think I've told you about her at his old job. So he doesn't even work there. He hasn't worked there in like 2 years at this point. Maybe a year and a half. And I went into the office one day to meet her, and like him and these two girls those were his work friends. It was him and two girls.
Yes.
And they both had boyfriends, so that did make me feel a little bit better. But I'm like, of all the people in your office, why are you friends with the two girls? Like, I just don't think that, like, your best friends at work should be girls. And I don't know. Maybe that's insecure of me, but I just don't think that that's how it should be. I don't know.
Maybe like 2% chance that a straight male ends up being best friends with a girl at work. Like, low percent chance.
Yeah, and to be best friends with two of them, and they weren't even in, like, the same department.
Oh,
so it's
yeah,
like,
no. Yeah.
I don't know. It was just weird. But I got weird vibes from this one girl the whole time, but I never said anything because I'm like, I don't want to overstep. But one time I did get upset because we had gotten in, like, a big fight the night before, and then the next night, instead of like coming over to hang out, he went out for drinks with them, with the two girls.
Yeah.
And I was so mad. And the whole thing, I just got weird vibes. You know how sometimes you could just tell?
Yeah.
I could just tell.
Instincts.
And she like followed me and then she unfollowed me. There was just a bunch of stuff where I just didn't like this one girl. Long story short, a year later, she finds me on Instagram, looks me up somehow. Don't know why she's looking at me when she doesn't follow me, but she looks me up and she sees that like I cover his face with a heart. And she sends him this long text about how he deserves so much better than me and how I am like ashamed of him as a boyfriend and how he's such an amazing guy and he deserves someone who's proud of him and proud to show him off and all this stuff. And I was like,
sit down.
Who do you think you are? Like, you guys you haven't talked in a year. Like, you haven't been working together. Yeah. And he hasn't talked to you since then.
She's probably so into him.
She had to have been to care that much and to say those things. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
It was insane.
And yeah, that just validated for me that girl coworkers are just no good. Especially if there's one that you like get weird vibes from. They're
not a girl's girl.
No, they're weird.
Yeah, that's icky. That's such a bad feeling. Yeah, girl coworkers are no good.
And it was also just so hypocritical, too, because he never even posted me on Instagram. So I'm like, if you're going to say that anyone's, like, ashamed of someone.
True.
Like, it just is not Fair for you to say that.
Too freaking shay.
Okay, my next one. He told me he had to have Snapchat to talk to other women because he was in the CIA, was undercover, and that's why he hid it and lied.
Oh,
Not the CIA.
don't do the CIA like that. They've got enough going on.
Like, how do you think that's going to work out for you?
Disturbing. Do these idiots think we're dumb? Oh my gosh. Okay, my next one. My ex told me he was going on a cruise, but he went to jail.
Classic mix-up.
Reading all these, I'm never going to trust anybody.
Yeah,
I'm going on a
literally.
cruise. I bet you're not. You're going to jail.
So, like, just for a week? This little pit stop in jail?
Yeah. Served his time quick.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, my next one. We were never exclusive. We were married for 10 years.
Oh my gosh. That makes me actually kind of sad.
Yeah, we were never exclusive. Come on. What do you mean?
Idiots.
We laugh so we don't cry.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Okay, my next one. I confronted him about cheating with a girl from the gym, and he said, I don't even know Alora, but I never even said her name.
That if there's one thing about men, they will always expose themselves.
Yeah, just give them time.
Yeah.
Keep prompting them. It'll come out. It'll slip out.
They will reveal their faults.
Trust issues are coming in strong right now. I really don't have trust issues, but they're coming up. They're surfacing.
Oh my gosh, these are so funny. Okay. My ex told me that he was messaging women online to boost their self-esteem and make their day better.
So selfless of you.
I know. You're so nice.
Okay, another woman answered his phone at 6 a.m. and he said that was his sleepy voice.
Oh, please. Babe, that was me. What do you mean? She's like, hello?
Hello?
Good morning.
As if she's never heard your sleepy voice before. Oh, boy.
Okay. He told me I must have been on Ashley Madison, and that's why he was on his computer.
Right. I must have forgotten.
Okay, do you know what Ashley Madison is?
Yes.
I literally just found out about it.
Oh, there was like a huge scandal about it, like, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, and it like made a big thing because nobody knew what this credit card charge of Ashley Madison was.
Really?
Yeah, everyone was like, what is this? Is it a therapist? Is it like, all these women were just confused at the credit card charge.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is crazy. If you guys don't know what it is, it's an app that's basically made for married couples to get on when they're wanting to cheat on their spouse.
Yeah.
And I saw this video about it because I looked it up because I was like, I have no idea. Also, apparently there's a Netflix documentary about it.
Oh.
I don't know if the documentary is new, but I kind of
Okay.
want to watch it now. We should watch it and talk about it.
Okay.
But in the documentary, there's a stat that before the app came out, they did some sort of like survey, and 20% of people on dating apps were married, like just regular dating apps before the app. And now, as of 2023, they did another survey. Guess what percentage of people on dating apps are already in relationships or married?
I'm going to go with it lowered to 5% for my sanity.
65%.
Okay. Where are we getting this data?
I don't know.
No!
65% of people on dating apps are in a relationship or married. I don't know what counts as a relationship, if it's like just chatting with someone or going on dates with someone, or if you're like fully committed.
It's more than half if you didn't know.
If you didn't know.
Okay.
That was fun.
Good.
Good.
I'm going to move on. He told me he was at a skate park and I asked him to send me a picture. It was an image off of Google. When I confronted him, he said he took the picture for Google. He's taking credit for the picture on Google.
Oh,
that was him. He uploaded it to Google.
Oh.
And so therefore, he was just going to use the one that he uploaded.
Again, points for creativity. Like, who would think to say that? Oh, no, babe. That was my picture. I gave it to Google. An A for effort. Okay, my next one. My ex introduced me to his side piece as his cousin, not knowing not knowing that his said side piece was actually my cousin. Safe to say he got dumped by both of us that day.
What? Oh, that's iconic.
I know.
That is iconic.
Slay.
I wish I could have seen that. Holy crap. Okay, speaking of cousins, mine told me he had 6 female cousins and yet he had no aunts or uncles.
The math isn't mathing.
I literally was just going to say that. It's not working.
That reminds me of that one date story that we had a few episodes back where they went to mini golf. Remember?
Oh, yes.
And the girl at mini golf was actually his girlfriend, and he told her that
it was a sister.
It was a sister.
Yeah, that's freaking crazy.
That was so funny.
You idiots are going to be caught. Like you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My ex told me that Bumble was a part of his membership deal with Hulu, so he had to have it. It was a bundle. He's saving money.
So it's just an obligation. I don't use it. I just have to have it to get the deal.
I have to have it, yeah.
Okay, my last one. My ex told everyone at work that I was his kid's nanny and that their real mother ran away and left him for a single father. We lived together. They were our kids that I had birthed.
Please.
What? Don't do me like that.
Sir.
I went through trauma for you.
Okay. I caught my ex actively scrolling on a dating app and he told me he couldn't see and he needed a new contact prescription.
Blaming the eyes now.
I don't know how I got here.
Blaming the optometrist now. I don't know how I got here.
I don't know.
I can't stand it. When I was 18, I asked my ex why he was hours late and why he smelled like popcorn, and he said it was because he drove past the movie theaters. Just threw up on him when he drove past it with the window down.
Yeah, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
It just sticks to you.
Don't you?
Like the butter on your fingers.
Just a drive-by will do it.
Yeah. Okay, in high school, I had a boyfriend who everyone told me slept around, but I was super naive and innocent. He told me the rumors I heard weren't true. I believed him. He called me before school one morning telling me he had a mark on his neck because his dad choked him and he had a bruise. I felt so bad for him. He came to school and sure enough, there was a huge mark on his neck. Later, I found out it wasn't a bruise. It was, of course, a hickey from his ex, and he didn't even have a dad.
A mark on his neck.
From his dad choking him.
And you don't think she's going to find out you don't have a dad?
Yeah. At least use someone in your life.
Yeah, a bully.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Idiots.
This is good. My last one. My bestie's ex-mother-in-law said the reason her son cheated was because he used to have seizures as a kid and he couldn't control himself.
Oh. He has no self-control. It's not his fault.
Right. It's the seizures.
Those are the moms that are just crazy.
Insane.
Wild.
And they're probably mama's boys, so watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Mm-hmm. My last one. My ex told me he only followed bikini girls since he's amazed by their bravery to post things like that on the internet. What a sweet soul.
Courage. What a green flag.
A king.
So supportive of you.
So selfless.
Yes. Like, they wouldn't get to where they are without your support.
And they're so brave. So braver than the Marines.
Wow. Yeah.
I honestly thought that this episode was going to be so funny. And now I feel like it was just very negative.
Yeah, it's instilling fear for sure. But you know what? God's protection. Am I right?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
There are still good ones out there.
The moment they say their elbow downloaded the dating app, we can just say it's game over.
Yeah.
You idiot.
At least we know now, after hearing all these, when we hear an excuse like that, we know.
We don't gaslight ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We have to run it past the TikTok community.
What dinguses? I mean, women have their moments, but like you boys.
Yeah, I mean, we did have a story of a girl pretending she was pregnant.
We did. We have some crazies on our side for sure, but this was good though.
At least ours have had simple lies. Like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they just plead the fifth, and then you're like, well.
Yeah. The elaborate ones get me though.
Mm-hmm.
That's cruel.
The fish.
The fish.
That was my favorite.
Oh my gosh. And there's probably a moment where your brain's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Just for a brief moment.
Yeah.
Brief moment.
We're
so
just girls.
Uproot your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. These were good though.
Yeah,
I'm
these
so
were
happy
fun.
we did this.
Yeah.
I love like a rapid fire submission moment.
I know, that was fun.
Yeah.
Little context keeps you guessing.
Exactly. And they're just so witty and fun and ridiculous and stupid.
Yeah.
If anyone was harmed by these, I'm very sorry. If any of these were you, sincerest apologies.
Yeah.
You're on the other side.
Thank you guys for listening. We love you. If you're not following us, be sure to follow us. Give us a rating and review. I saw we got like 10 new reviews. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah.
Go team.
Must be from our little shout outs at the end.
Woohoo.
So if you give us 5
guys.
stars, we would love that and
That's
appreciate
so
that.
nice of you guys.
And yeah, we love you guys and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Beep, down,